Hello, my friends. I'm going to be doing a read aloud of the passage Reduce Waste. This is a text from the National Institute of Environment Health Sciences. All right. I wish I could make this change a bit, but okay. We're just going to we're going to go for it. Reduce/reduction. And reduce and reduction are synonyms. They're just different ways to say the word, depending on if you want it to be a verb or a noun. So it means to make something smaller or use less, resulting in a smaller amount of waste. Source reduction is reducing waste before you purchase it or by purchasing products that are not wasteful in their packaging or use. So that is saying, like, sometimes I order something on Amazon and it's like, let's say it's like this little thing, and this is in a huge package. That's not reducing the waste. Their packaging was wasteful. All right. So a key part of waste reduction is conservation, using natural resources wisely and using less than usual in order to avoid waste. You can practice reduction by selecting products that do not have to be added to landfills or the waste stream in general. And this is really easy to do. All right. And this is something I feel very, very strongly about. So I am really excited to share this information with you. First and foremost, buy and use less. If all the other people on the earth used as much stuff as we do in the United States, there would need to be 3 to 5 times more space just to hold and sustain everybody. Wow. So buy only what you need and use all of what you need. And I can tell you, I've come into this problem now that we're in quarantine, is I had some juice I bought for my daughter and she didn't want it at the time. And then it expired, which meant it goes bad. And I had to throw it out because it was so old and it probably had bacteria growing in it and would make her sick if she were to drink it. So looking back, I shouldn't have bought that for her unless I knew she was going to drink it right away. Okay, so back to the passage. Or make sure that when you are through with something, you pass it along to other people who can continue to put it to good use. This is especially important when it comes to things that can be dangerous to our environment, such as paint and chemicals. And that is super true, guys. I didn't know this as a child. I knew it. I finally figured this out when I was an adult, probably around 30 years old, is that you can't just put a can of paint in the trash can. It will be really bad. So there are special times of the year where you can drop off paint or other things that are more dangerous without having to pay. Or there's also special places where you can go to drop those off. So start making wise package selections. Why is it important to consider how something is packaged? When you consider what to buy, you can reduce waste by selecting products that are not wasteful in their packaging. Flashy and fun packaging costs more, usually adds little or no value to the product, and worst of all, can do considerable harm to our environment by creating more waste or waste disposal difficulties. Okay, before I read that last sentence. So, true story about my nephew, a little figurine. When it was in the package, it was like this big. When he opened the plastic and took out the cardboard, it turned out to be about this big. So all of that was waste. It was a waste of plastic, a waste of cardboard, a waste of tape. And you see that a lot in the toy sections because the people want you to buy something and they're not really worried about the waste that is being created. Okay, but anyway, here we go. Back to the reading passage. Keep the following package-related tips in mind no matter what you are buying. Okay. Pre-cycle by purchasing products and materials / packaging that can be readily recycled. So that's a good, okay. So when you go to the grocery store, you can ask for your groceries to be put in paper bags. That's a really good example of pre-cycling. So whenever you have a choice, put plain and recyclable packages high on your list to reduce packaging waste in our environment. Another place I saw this was in the cereal aisle. Some of the cereal you can get in bags, and it's a really good deal. However, those bags are not recyclable. But you can also buy them in a cardboard box, and once you're done with the cardboard, once you are done eating the cereal, you can recycle the cardboard. So that is an example of that. Avoid single-serve containers. You can buy juice or water in large recyclable bottles or cans and then divide it up into reusable, washable containers as you need it at home or take with you. And if you want to take juice or water with you on your bike rides or to the gym, just take it along in your own reusable sports bottle. This is something I'm seeing you guys do a lot. You still have your water bottle and you use it over and over each day, washing it out. Single-serve containers, these are going to be a lot of the things that we see at our school lunch. So like anytime we get those little juice boxes, that's a single-serve container. When we have our carrots in those little plastic pouches, single-serve container. So we're not being very good to the environment when we're doing that. But it's okay. I'm glad you're having good, nutritious food. Okay, a few more things. Before you buy bottled water, first find out if you really even need bottled water. City water and clean well water is usually just as healthy, much cheaper, and may even be safer than bottled water products, which is what I use for my children. They have their own metal water bottles because I feel they're a little bit more durable, and that might be a word we're coming to soon. So they can just refill their metal water bottles over and over. And it says refuse store bags. We cannot technically do that during COVID, but it says when you buy 1 or 2 items at a store, carry them out in your hands. We can do that. So if I just went to the store and bought like a big package of paper towels, I don't need it in a bag. I just carry it out. And don't forget to take your old plastic and paper bags back to the grocery store to reuse or for recycling. And that's true. A lot of the grocery stores do have recycling bins in the front of their stores. All right, we're almost done. Thanks for sticking with me. But this is something I feel that is really important to our lives. Helpful hints. Buy concentrates rather than diluted products. The result is less waste for disposal when it is empty. So there are some things where you can buy in a smaller container and it tells you to put it in a larger container and add water. That is a concentrate. Here's the durable. Use durable goods longer, which is like the metal water bottle is going to last longer than a plastic water bottle. Durable goods are sturdy things like furniture or household appliances that can and should be used for many years. You can save money and reduce waste by keeping these items longer and repairing them when they break rather than buying new ones. Use durable items rather than disposable items whenever possible. For example, select reusable razors rather than disposable one that you can only use a few times and then throw away. I actually like the paper plate versus a plastic plate scenario here. Paper plate, there's really only one use for that. And then a plastic, I still have plastic plates in my cabinet that are from 20 to 25 years ago. So that's an example of something that's durable. Okay, the last part is about say no to junk mail. Call toll-free numbers in unwanted catalogs and ask to be removed from mailing lists. Whenever possible, use the internet to obtain and pay bills, news, catalogs, stock reports, all this information. So this is actually becoming pretty common for most people, and that is where you have the bill that comes to you. You can either get it through email or you can get a paper bill. And it's just saying, why not just have it be an email? Then there's no waste. Okay, the last part is to start a garden. The food that you grow yourself does not have to be processed or packaged. So processed is cooked in some way or changed in some way. Packaged means put in some kind of container. And no fossil fuels are needed to get it from the store and then to your house. And if you can, this is a great time to start a garden. However, my husband will tell you, do not plant onions, because Mrs. Yanez planted onions one time and they took over our entire yard. So stick to something like tomatoes, cucumbers, green beans, peppers. But actually, I would love it if you could contact me and show me your garden. That would be amazing. And also contact me if you need any more help with this reading passage.